Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Arturo Aguirre. I'm with Supreme Welding Academy. I'm gonna go through a little bit of the ins and outs and how to prepare for a weld test. I'm gonna do a 2G on with a backing plate at 7018, and I'm gonna just go through the ins and outs. Personally, I have never used this welding machine, but I'll tell you, whether you're here or around the world, they all pretty much function the same way. They're gonna have an on-off switch. You turn it on. They're usually gonna have always gonna have a negative and a positive. Make sure your positive runs to your stinger, which is for the guys that are just starting off loading. This is a stinger, a rod electrode holder, and then the ground clamp. That one will be run to your negative. So before you start welding on any particular test item, I would encourage you to grab a scrap piece of metal and play with the welding machine. At this time, I'm gonna show you how to adjust your heat. At a good start for a 332 rod will be somewhere around 90, 95. So I'll always encourage you to start at the lower end of things. That way you don't burn through, and then adjust as you have a flat bar in the back. What you want to do is line it up parallel, right next to each other like this. And get you a nice little 1/8 gap on the material. Try to keep it as even as possible. Put your backing plate in the back, and you're going to want to tack it a few times. Keep it in place. So the first bead we're going to run is going to be considered the root pass, which will tie in the left, the right, and the center all in one pass. So with that said, I'm gonna strike here, come back up, that way I could burn off any excess metal. There we go. To properly tie in, you want to strike a little underneath the arc of where you left off. Come in, do a circle U-turn, and then slowly walk on down.
Okay guys, as you can see, the puddle is now flowing, tying side to side. The key to fusing the bottom and side walls is to move side to side slowly, carrying enough metal, tying in 1, 2 sides. I usually like to keep a count of 1, 2, 1, 2 to keep me consistent throughout this whole weld.
So make sure you clean every pass as you go by, not leaving any slag behind or any form of material other than metal. That way you have a clean, solid weld. Now to the second patch, which would be considered a hot pass.
One, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keeping the movement of the rod consistent and moving at the same travel speed throughout the weld will give you that solid weld. From this angle, you can see the puddle a little better. From this view, you can see that it's tying in on either side. 1, 2, 1, 2. And that's key to making a great weld, guys.
So after the hot pass, what you want to do is fill it in with 2 different fillers, one being on the right side, the next being on the left side. So you'll hang from either wall to the center, finish, and then go on forward.
Striking the arc, you'll notice that I'm not moving as much side to side because I'm not trying to tie in both walls. This is definitely a stringer pass where all you have to do is keep the angle consistent, the travel speed consistent, creating that puddle slick all the way down. So the second pass is going to be very similar to that first filler, where I'm not moving side to side, I'm just consistently carrying that metal.
Hey guys, we successfully filled in this 1G plate with 7018. As you can see, it's extremely flat now and ready to cap.
The technique I use on the cap is a drag technique, simultaneously keeping my eye on the edge of the bevel to use as a guideline to travel down this cap bead.
Watching this video, I hope it helped anybody out there, and if you have any further questions, please comment, like, subscribe to our channel, ask us for any suggestions, anything you might want to watch, anything you might want to know about welding. Please allow us to help you see that through this here camera.